At Photonics 21 annual meeting, I am meeting with Pu Jian. She's the Deputy CEO and Chief Product Officer of a company called Cailabs. What's Cailabs?
Hi, Jose. Thanks for interviewing me. So, Cailabs, we are a company headquartered in France, and we have an innovative technology for beam shaping that's applied to many applications. So, laser industrial manufacturing and space communications and telecommunications.
You have really made a paradigm shift on the way people understand beam shaping with this MPLC technology for many different applications. Indeed, you came to a Photonics 21 meeting. What was the purpose of Cailabs being presented at this meeting?
So it's really good for us to also see what's happening for core photonics technologies, both as end users for us, that we are integrating a lot of photonics technologies in our products, and also to see what are the trends in photonics in general in Europe. More generally, we are more focused on like applicative conferences, events, but it's good also to see like the core photonics stuff, trends for us as a photonics company.
Here into the presentations here, we noticed that there is very little money for photonics in the European Commission. There are actually 340 million for the current work program.
Yes.
And that's for the entire Europe for research and from the industrialization. So they told us, be a key enabling technology and go to chips GU, go to the smart sensors, and tell them that your technology is really a key enabling technology. What do you think?
Well, I think, there are two things. I think definitely the photonics community needs to put more forward how they are useful to a lot of these industries. And we need to be better at communicating how photonics is useful and indeed can benefit to these other industries where there are more fundings, more focus maybe from the European Commission. And the other thing is, I think in the current situation, we need to emphasize more the dual aspects of photonics, the dual use of photonics. It's not just civilian, it's a lot of things are also useful for defense, and we need to focus more on that and look into how photonics can also be benefit to defense applications.
It was a lot of discussions about something called the CHIPS Act. They
Yes.
told us, okay, we photonic integrated circuits, it's a semiconductor technology, go and make sure that the semiconductor manufacturing manufactures photonic integrated circuits.
If you look to Sachsen-Anhalt, where Angel is invested in now in Magdeburg, we have actors from the region. We have, for example, SMEs who work there and who are really interested to work together with the big company Intel. And we have to find a solution. And in the end, I think it's a benefit for all.
The biggest problem at the moment is shortage of semiconductors. At the same time, while demand is rising in the auto world faster than it is of the market as a whole.
This is a risk, right? Because we do have in Europe other technologies that are not integrated photonics, for example, laser technology, that are not, by definition, part of the CHIPS Act. Do you see this as a risk? And you, as a beam shaping company, how do you think we can communicate better the position of Europe on the laser industry?
We are users of photonics technology, so we are really happy to see that there are more fundings into maturing these industries in Europe. We are really interested in having a good European sovereign suppliers for photonics chips, definitely for us. But it's also, we are kind of afraid that we're just chasing on this specific topic after the US, after China, and forgetting about the rest of Europe or the rest of the European photonics industry, where we have other things where we actually maybe not lagging behind US or China, but actually at the forefront of innovation in laser technology. And definitely, we are a bit wary of putting too much focus in trying to maybe get back to US or China on photonics chip and not on the other things where we are really innovative.
We have seen Cailabs being linked very much to space technologies. Free space optical communication has been a really important priority for ESA and for NASA. But I don't see that as a really core photonic technology in the current work program. How do you feel about this?
I think it comes back to trying, at least for the moment, for this Horizon Europe programs, trying not to go into defense applications, and laser communications, free space optical communication is definitely a dual use technology. So it's like, oh, we don't touch that because it's dual use. And we hope that this is going to change. There was mentioned that it would go to more dual applications, and we really hope it's going to change because, ESA, NASA, they're really driven about the space applications, the space fact, but the space perspective on laser communication. But there are a lot of things to bring from the photonics part to this community, and we should definitely put more focus on that.
There's a working group here called Digital Infrastructure that is creating an optical network with companies like Deutsche Telekom, Telefonica. We had those companies here. However, when we go to the United States, we see very often that companies there, Verizon, they are very close to the photonics technology. But here, it's more difficult to cover that gap. Do you also notice that? And most important, how can we close that gap?
That's a good question. And to be honest, I'm not very familiar with this space.
But indeed, we have a communication problem.
Yes,
we are not
definitely.
communicating to these end users the capabilities of photonics.
Yeah, probably not enough, at least. Maybe it's also because we're good at collaborating between us in the photonics industry, but not with the end users. Not good enough, at least. Maybe because there are too many SMEs and not enough big players for that. We would definitely need maybe more system integrators that are really into this community and bridging between the end user, the operators, and the SMEs for providing components and subsystems.
I heard the other day that in a meeting with all hairdressers, we end up cutting each other's hair. Let's avoid that. Let's go to the end users, bring them to the table. Please make sure that on the 1st and 2nd of October, you join many of the optics industry and the end users on the 1st and 2nd of October in Malaga, the Global Photonics Economic Forum, and Cailabs will be there.
Yes, we will, definitely.
Thank you so much, Pu Jian. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jose.
Thank you.